Remind everybody to please silence your cell phones. If you have a question, raise your hand. We have a couple of colleagues who are handheld mic. Let us know who you are, who you're with. Also, we have some people joining us with Zoom. If you have a question on Zoom, we'll entertain questions from the audience here first. But use the hand raise function. We'll get your question. And also a reminder to everybody that recording of the press conference on cell phones or cameras is prohibited. With that, raise your hand. Who has the first question?
I'm sorry, Trey Wallace with Outkick. Hey, so can you go through the last, and this could be for any of you guys, can you go through the last 24 hours, what it's been like when it comes to playing in one city, hopping on a plane, getting here, getting ready for another round? What has the emotions kind of been like for you as a team?
Let's start left to right. Tahron.
It's been very fun just processing everything, not just the win last night, but just our whole season, us actually winning the championship. We still trying to process that, still getting a lot of support and love from that. But just going from one city to another city is very fun, especially from the conference that we come in and everything kind of near each other. So it's very fun, and we're grateful for all this.
Julian.
Yeah, like he said, it's been very surreal. You know, like I always say, thank that man upstairs for this opportunity for us to play at the highest level against one of the best teams in the country. So, you know, I got to give credit to the guys, the coaches, our staff, the school. You know, they're doing a great job of giving us this opportunity and backing us with every event that we have. So I appreciate this opportunity.
Melvin.
I got to thank the school and the fans for supporting us. And you know, with 7 players, so it's so unreal. And, you know, we're just excited to be here.
Next question to our right, second row.
Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post. I'm just curious for all three of you guys if you can speak to the challenge that you face. Obviously, it's a whole different level here. You know, North Carolina, top seed, basically at home. All three of you just talk about that a little bit. What lies ahead tomorrow for you?
Let's go right to left. Melvin, lead us off.
Challenge is same challenge like it's always been. Underdogs, you know, we all the same at the end of the day. They just had a good school program. You know, we had a low schools, but, you know, we preach toughness every day, so that's what we're going to carry on with.
Julian?
You know, we're very confident, you know, regardless of the name, regardless of who we play. We're going to go out there and put our brand of basketball on display. It really doesn't matter who we play. Of course, you know, give credit to them. You know, they're a great team, you know, but we're also a great team. So we're going to come out there and you know, put our band on display.
Just what we preach every day, like Melvin said, what's on the back of our jersey, what we say in every huddle, toughness. When we're out there in those 4 lines, we're here to compete. We're not just, everything is fun, we're good for everything, but we're not here just to have fun. We're here to compete, no matter who we're playing against.
Other questions here in the room? To our right?
Aaron Beard with the AP was reading about, they were talking about this on the TV broadcast the other night, and was reading about the 7 scholarship players not being able to practice live since December. How do you prepare to play major college basketball games when you're that short in numbers, playing through games, but also even preparation, you know, trying to, you know, get in practice rhythm and get better at things when you're so limited in what you can do? That's for all three.
Tahron.
We've been going against our coaches. We're thankful to have a good coaching staff that has previous records of playing basketball and good history of playing basketball. So they give us challenge every day. And a lot of our days are just mental days, locking in on film, locking in on matchups, who we have coming up, locking in on the little things like shooting and our defensive principles.
I think at this time, you know, it's all about maturity. And, you know, it's late in the season. We all know what we have to do. Of course, going up and down would help us, but everything is about maturity right now. You know, it's late in the season. Everybody knows everybody. So it's just about us, you know, coming together and staying connected through these times.
You know, like Tahron said, going against the coaches, you know, they got a good resume of playing basketball. So, you know, just I guess playing against them in practice, gonna compare us to win games and, you know.
Second row.
It's Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post again. For all three of you again, could you each give me your impression of Coach Copeland and what he means to you guys individually and as a team?
Tahron.
He means everything to us. He's the head of this team. we trust in him. We believe in him. He's brought us this way, not just us on the court, but outside the court, how we carry ourselves. He's implemented a lot of stuff with us. And like I said before, he preaches toughness with us. That's not just on the court, it's about how we carry ourselves every day. And he's there for us, and we're there for him. He has us on the court, and we have his back. So we're very grateful for him. I'm grateful for him, thankful for him, and we love him.
Julian.
Yeah, like he said, similar answer. Like, he preaches toughness and puts us through adversity every day, on and off the court. So being in these opportunities when we're very comfortable, where we're at. So like Tahron said, we love him. He's the head of this pack, and we're going to follow him. And whatever he asks us, we're going to do at a high level.
The reason why I came to Wagner because my favorite movie is Coach Carter, and he's similar to Coach Carter, and that's why I chose Wagner. So, yeah.
Back left.
So going into last night's game and then looking at tonight, and this could be for any one of you guys, you only promised one more game. And everything that you guys have been through this season, how do you wrap that around your head going into a game like this tomorrow? And just looking back on what you guys were doing in June and July to get prepared for this type of season. How's it come full circle for y'all?
Go ahead, Tahron.
Nothing's promised, I could say. Like, our season, nothing was promised. Losing guys weren't promised. We didn't know what was in store for us this whole season, but what we did know is that we were going to face some type of adversity, good or bad, and I feel like that prepares us for this moment no matter what team we're playing. Yes, we are going against a great team, but our preparation is still the same, our intensity is still the same, how we approach the game is still the same.
Yeah, like Tahron said, just going through adversity every day, with our own problems and with the team and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna be very comfortable in this game, regardless of who we play. So it really doesn't matter. We got confidence in each other. Coach got confidence in us. So we're gonna go out there and put our brand on display.
Yeah, we've been through a lot, and we preach toughness, like I said before, so nothing's promised.
Other questions in the room? And I have a Zoom call, but I'm having trouble accessing it. Any other questions here? We'll take a question from John on Zoom.
Hey guys, this is John Diaz with Channel 2 CBS. Congratulations to all you guys. The tri-state area is really rooting for you guys. They want to see you guys go all the way. What's your message to everyone out here watching you and rooting for you? What do you want to say just to everyone as you guys go? You guys have never made it this far for your school, so you guys are already legends on campus. But what's your message to everyone, that you're just going to give it your all?
Julian.
Our message is we're going to keep doing what we've been doing, since the beginning of the season. I really can't say anything to y'all. Y'all just got to have confidence in us, but we're still going to be tough. We're still going to compete. We're still going to be Wagner. It's going to be like we were day one, and now it's going to be the same. So I guess, we're going to be toughness, and that's all.
Melvin.
Nothing's going to change. We're going to still play our game, still bring that fight to us, the dog in us, and the toughness. So, yeah.
Tahron.
Piggyback off what they said, we're going to put our brand on display. We're going to continue being what we've been being, which got us to this point exactly in our season. And also just thank you, and we appreciate the support, and we take pride in putting on for our tri-state area and where we come from.
Great. We're going to go to Zoom again. Next question is from Anthony.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Anthony.
Hey there, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Congratulations, first and foremost. We've been on the campus of Wagner University. Anthony Johnson from Channel 7 Eyewitness News. And so we've been on the campus this morning. Very few students, of course, because you guys are on spring break. But any message that you want to send to the student body? They said they had several hundred people watching the games here on campus, and tomorrow night they're expecting a big crowd to watch you guys. So any message you want to send to those fans gathering here to watch you?
Tahron.
We appreciate you guys' support. We hope you guys continue supporting us. We're not just doing it just for us, just for our team, but we're also doing it for our community and our school. So we appreciate everybody, and we love putting on for you guys.
Julian.
Yeah, like he just said, similar answer. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. It goes a long way. Sometimes we get down, but we know that not just the teammates and the staff, but the school has our back. So I feel like that's a big thing going into games, and we definitely do appreciate y'all from the bottom of our hearts.
Melvin?
Yeah, we definitely do appreciate the whole Staten Island, the Wagner campus, and we appreciate y'all, and we see everything.
Any other questions for people here in the room? Any more Zoom questions? Okay, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll start with Coach, we continue with Coach Copeland at 12:50, so about 4 or 5 minutes. And we'll have a little bit of a break, and we'll reconvene at 1:20 for the student athletes from Texas.
It's not in a bad way. I just like to be very.
It's basically the players, the coach, 15 minutes, players, 15 minutes. There was chips and popcorn in the media room. Not burning calories today. Borrow some of mine.
Thought about like scurrying over it next to top of whole practice and then scurrying back. I think it's great to get some steps in. Like a little dog.
Follow me for the
I would be excited to follow you. Honestly, you look like you have a good job.
upstairs, get a little bit, and then come back down and practice it. This is a break. What's up? They won't let you get away. We went. That's how we found out. We went to the media room. Food here. And chips. So.
Okay, we're about ready to start with Coach Copeland. Whenever you're ready, Coach.
You guys aren't bringing Bashir Mason up here, are you? I'm trying to shake this guy. I heard he's in Carolina right now. No, right. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Really excited to be here. You know, especially, you know, it just continues. The story keeps getting written right now. And then winning the game the other day, last night, I should say. Really special moment for our group. It takes a lot to just win one basketball game the way we did it. I think it's kind of how we've played all year. And then now to continue the journey, to continue the experience for these guys, you can't ask for anything more.
First question, back of the room.
Coach, for people around the country that might not know about the Wagner story and looking at what you guys have gone through for this entire season, even with your healthy players, how can you sum up the moment of winning last night and looking back at the season, but also knowing that, okay, we're only promised one more game, you can move on, but just kind of full circle moment of where you guys were before the season and how you are right now?
No, I mean, definitely. You know, I think everyone starts their season with certain level of expectations. I expected to have 13 players, but we always don't get what we want. You kind of just got to roll with it right now. The main thing I tried to focus on and coach daily was the culture. You know, never let us fall into doubt, or I never dumbed down our expectations. You know, and like any other team in the country, you go through ups and downs, you go through tough times throughout because the season's such a grind already. We never focused on just having 7. We focused on what we needed to do in practice. We focused on what the next opponent was going to do to try and win a game. And then now, if you do it the right way, which we believe we're trying to, it gives you a chance to have success. And then now, to have it come full circle, not just to win an NEC championship, which is hard enough to do, to win an NCAA tournament game, you know, we came in just trying to make sure we were going to be who we were. It wasn't trying to show anybody that individually we're good. We wanted to do it how we've been doing it with our culture. And I think that gave us the best chance, and we're really fortunate to win the game and be here now.
To our right.
Aaron Beard with the Associated Press. They say you play like you practice, but you're not practicing live since December. So how do you prepare a team? Guys mentioned some of the coaches are still pretty nimble, but how do you prepare a team to compete at this level of college basketball when you don't have bodies and you're not able to go through what you normally would with a practice prep?
So I won't ever talk about myself about being a good coach. I'm still a very good player. I want that to be known. I'm still very good, but no, it's not ideal. There's no script for it. You know, I still have friends in college coaching. No one could tell me how to do this right now. It was unorthodox at times, you know, for sure. I had to switch certain things. I had to change some of our drills differently. I had to come up with new things. The main thing I did have coaches implemented. They did a great job. My staff was phenomenal throughout this whole thing because I drive them as well, and then I'm also asking them to be token players as we prepare for other teams, and they did it. They're in great shape. You know, I make sure of it. But it was unconventional, you know, and like I said, the main thing I coached harder than anything was the culture. So like if we had a certain drill we were doing, there was an expectation of excellence. When we weren't that, they were held accountable. Nonetheless, and that's the best thing I could do to normalize the situation. Otherwise, it'd be a dead gym. You'd start thinking about 7 players and whatnot. And when we play the game, nobody really cares. They're trying to beat you. So for the most part, we just tried to stay upbeat, and you know, changes were made. And my group of guys were great. They embraced everything that was coming. Whatever we were doing, they were locked in the same way.
Hey, Donald, Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post. Obviously, with this journey you're carving out over here, your reward for last night is, is number 1 seed in essentially in a home building. Can you speak to that challenge and just how you pivot from last night into what you got facing tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a big one. I mean, I might as well get this out now. Growing up as a kid, I was a big North Carolina fan. You know, I always rooted for Seton Hall for sure, but definitely a North Carolina fan because, you know, obviously they were always on TV winning and things of that nature. So it's probably a little bit more meaning for me to coach against them. But no, they're as tough as you get in the country. You know, one thing that jumps off the page to me, as talented as they are, they're not trying to out-talent you. They are competing at every bounce, every screen, all of the little things they do at an elite level, which is why they're one of the top teams in the program in the country. So this is a big challenge for our team, our program. We understand that though, you know, and we got to compete. We got to be ourselves right now, and just stay focused for 40 minutes. You know, we're not going in there knowing that we don't expect them to take us lightly, you know, because that's not who they are. So, but it's an experience, and we'll be as ready as we can be to play.
Other questions in the room? Back.
Knowing, I'm sorry, I didn't say this first. Trey Wallace from Outkick. Knowing that you've seen and your players have seen other 16 seeds actually have success, and you look at what you guys did to the conference tournament, even last night. I don't think you guys need any more inspiration, but what is that message going to be like for you at practice and then also leading into tomorrow's game?
No, I mean, we're here to compete. We've already begun talking about that. You know, definitely inspiration from other 16 seeds that have been able to achieve this. I would say more impressive what FDU did, especially after me going through this whole travel that we've had to endure to do this, to see what they did. But no, it's inspirational for sure. You know, it is without a doubt because it's hard, it's special. But we also understand our path, our journey's different. You know, so we can't really hang on that right now. We kind of try to find our niche in this game to compete. You know, so. But we'll be, like I said, we're going to be ready to play. We're going to prepare the same way. We're going to have our same life, our same energy right now, and really do the best we can with it.
To our right.
Aaron with the AP again. I do have a big picture question for you beyond just this tournament game. We're at a point of time with transfers that are, you know, it's easy movement for players to just up and go. And we see that St. Peter's has only one player left from the team from 2 years ago. For you at a smaller program, like what is the way you look at the idea of keeping players and sort of, I don't know if it's re-recruiting or if it's just trying to keep tabs on what they're thinking, other schools expressing interest in guys you have. Like, how do you view all that, the challenge of that?
No, I think it's definitely challenging. College basketball, college sports in general is constantly changing with everything, you know. Right now we have NIL and transfer portal, right? 5-10 years from now, we'll be talking about something else that's now integrated into college sports that we'll have to adjust to. You have to adjust with it, you know? So when the time comes, I'm going to have conversations with guys or whatnot. I'm going to have honest ones, though. And now that's what I've done. That's what we've been doing here. You know, I would say we're one of the programs that actually have been able to retain some key pieces and key components. I mean, just a couple years ago, we had a player of the year, Alex Morales, who's 6'7" and plays 5 positions. He actually returned to the school to get player of the year and defensive player of the year because he respected the honesty about what we saw for his future. You know, and I understand that all the kids now, they want it now. Everybody wants it now. You know, you try to give them a vision of what things can come, you know. But again, they'll make their own decisions, which is fine. I don't really feel a way about it. I think that's a part of it as well. There's no love lost behind it if somebody does want to move on from your program. But you don't change the culture of the program because the culture of your program, it's not something you can touch. It's not a person. It's not something you can smell. That always has to stay the same way no matter what. Anybody coming through in and out of your doors, you know. So, but to answer your question, I'll talk to these guys and, you know, will it be a re-recruitment? I don't know. It's going to be more of what we see for you right now and how this can go. They'll make these decisions. If, more than welcome to come back. If they move on, the program has to move on as well, you know, in support of them. So I would say that's the best way to handle it.
We'll now open questions for Zoom. If you have a question on Zoom, please use the raise hand function. We'll take a question now from Anthony. Go ahead,
Hey,
Anthony.
Coach, congratulations first and foremost, Anthony Johnson from Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Do you happen to look at things like how St. Peter's did a couple of years ago and use that as motivation, small school doing big things, as you talk to the kids about the possibility of what they can do in tomorrow night's game, and if you win that, of course, in the future?
Yeah, similar to, what FDU and UMBC accomplished before. I would say it's inspirational. I think these guys are motivated already, just the fact that they're going to be able to compete again. I think it's special that those programs like ours have been able to compete and have success. So you use it as inspiration that anything is possible right now if you go about this the right way. But at the same time, their journeys, their games are different than what we're probably going to face tomorrow. So we can only focus on the opponent right now to prepare ourselves the best way we can.
Any other questions here in the room or on Zoom? Okay, thank you, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you, guys.